It's sad. So here you go. Look at this delicious looking ice cream. Brave Robot. We love dairy. It's delicious. But conventional and factory farmed approaches to dairy are not good for animals or the planet. Again, remember, conventional and factory farmed approaches, they call it. Guess what? The factory farmed approach, the, the same people who are funding companies like this are the ones that created the so-called factory farming system. And the cows are still eating grass. Most cows are still at least raised a good portion of their life on grass and then transferred to these feedlots where they get fattened up with all the toxic GMO grain. In the US at least. Here, that system doesn't exist. Here, everything is grass-fed. It's not as fatty unless you get it from certain areas, harvest at the right time. It takes longer to grow them out. And there's nothing inherently wrong with giving some grain to an animal. What's wrong with the system that we have now, it's all the genetic modification that's sold to you as, oh, sustainability. And so here Brave Robot is going to tear down the straw man of conventional and factory farmed approaches, which basically they just mean actual farmers owning animals. Because this is really what it's about. Let's be real. It's about the destruction of rural people. It's about your ability to get real good quality local animal foods, your ability to feed your family with good quality animal foods. It's about destroying that and replacing those with actual foods from factories. They're going to attack the factory farming straw man to give you factory-grown lab meat. And they'll tell you, oh, that's good. That's nice. And to do this, they're going to need so many more factories, which I got to post on my Instagram page. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, we'll finish looking at Brave Robot. Yeah, so they love dairy. Oh, but it's so mean, all the poor cows, and the factory farming is bad for the planet and the animals. So we set out to make the world's best tasting and most sustainable dairy ice cream. We're on a shelf near you. And what is it made out of? Whey. It isn't like dairy, it is dairy, just without the cow. Our ice cream is made with animal-free dairy from Perfect Day, which is molecularly identical to dairy from cows, but requires less total greenhouse gas emissions. Oh, less total, right? So they do this moral calculus. So instead of cows actually eating grass and then depositing that digestive grass that goes through their rumen, which is this incredible bioreactor that actually, using bacterial fermentation, turns that grass into edible protein, fat, and carbohydrate in their milk and in their flesh as well, and then deposits fertilizer into the soil. Right? Properly grazed animals fertilize the soil, sequester carbon into the ground, and create big, deep, loamy black soil, which when you see nice black soil, that's carbon-rich soil. Right? But now they tell you, oh, their methane is destroying the planet. They fart methane, and that's making everything so hot. And it's making the ice caps melt. And if there's a snowstorm, it's causing that too. It's doing all of it. All right, so instead of this, they have precision fermentation. Precision fermentation. So let's see if we can I want to find, there was a breakdown of how they actually create this. How they make their fake whey. But no, it's lowering greenhouse gas emissions, you guys. It's lowering greenhouse gas emissions. Their website's loading very slowly right now. Let me come over here. What's going on? Bigots. We got YouTube still going. You guys, pretty soon we're going to transition over to exclusively on Rockfin. Sometimes the quality of stream as far as the video and sound quality on YouTube, sometimes it seems a little bit throttled. I don't know if that's the case, but over there on Rockfin, it's actually much better. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, the link for the Rockfin stream is pinned in the chat. So you can pull up a tab on Rockfin, check it out. Maybe about 10-15 minutes, we're going to go over there and do the second half that's exclusively on Rockfin. Second half's going to be a little bit more light and fun. We got these sustainability, do do a vegan and climate change sustainability wrap video review, which will be fun. All right, so what is animal-free dairy? Animal-free dairy is made without animal inputs. The non-animal protein is identical to what's in cow's milk, but made without using a single animal in the process. Animal-free dairy is vegan, as are all other ingredients we use in our animals. How is your product made? Science! Oh, all right. No more. I don't have any more questions. It's made with science, you guys. It's made with science and progress and snuggles and hugs. Look, science, we use Perfect Day non-animal whey protein to make Brave Robot ice cream. Non-animal whey protein is the same whey you'd find in cow's milk, except 0 cows are involved. How? The bovine whey protein gene, stay with us, was digitized in an open source database, like an ebook. Microflora are given the blueprint of the gene sequence and then fermented in a tank along with some plant sugars. It's just like brewing beer. The result? A non-animal whey protein. We then use it to make Brave Robot, animal-free dairy ice cream that's just as creamy and dreamy as the real thing. And uses less land. Oh, wow. So now we can take all those nasty farmers' land and repurpose it so that Bill Gates can own it. So that Jeffrey Epstein's friends can have nice retreats there where they just do philanthropy and help the children. Uses less land, water, and energy than dairy production. It's planet positive ice cream. So they do this sustainability calculus, which is all a bunch of baloney. It's all complete bullshit. I want to see their actual ingredients. All right, which flavor should we look at? Let's check out their buttery pecan. Ingredients: water, sugar, coconut oil, corn syrup, sunflower oil. Nope and nope. Right, first 3 ingredients, not so bad. Water, sugar, coconut oil, corn syrup. So there you go. GMO corn, sunflower oil. That's going to be extracted with hexane, which is highly toxic. Pecans, non-animal whey protein. Oh, there you go. Just right there. Oh, but that's so good. It's so nice. No, that's factory-made fake GMO whey. Who knows what's in that crap? Contains less than 2% maltodextrin, natural flavor, cornstarch, palm oil, calcium, potassium, phosphate citrate, so toxic preservatives, salt, disodium phosphate, molasses, sea salt, carob bean gum, mono and diglycerides. I don't know what those are. I don't want that. Those are just some weird sugars. I don't know how they get mono and diglycerides. Caramel color. That could be, who knows what's in that. Soy lecithin. There you go. Of course, got to get that soy in there. And carrageenan. Again, bunch of crap that you don't want to eat. And malt extract. So, how lovely. So they got